Splanchnoptosis, viscerotosis, abdominal ptosis are synonymous terms used to express an abnormal downward displacement of the abdominal viscera. Splanchnoptosis is more common in women than men. It occurs in all ages. Abdominal ptosis may include ptosis of the stomach, liver, spleen, kidneys, and intestines. Yet the downward displacement may include only the stomach and intestines. If only the stomach is lowered, the condition is called gastroptosis. If only the intestines are lower than normal, it is spoken of as enteroptosis, and so on. The visceral somatic pain associated with nephroptosis or a fallen kidney is referred pain to the bottom of the heel of the foot. Visceral somatic pain is rarely ever considered except for heart conditions that are life-threatening. Splanchnoptosis may exist without any symptoms. The most prominent symptoms seem to be obscure neurotic conditions. These nervous phenomena may include symptoms of every known ailment. Many symptoms are ameliorated when lying down. The symptoms include masses which change locations in the abdomen, painful localized areas in addition to migratory drowsiness, lack of ambition, insomnia, blues, a discouraged feeling. Essentially, they experience the symptoms of cytokine-induced sickness behavior. Many experience sensitivities in the mouth, throat, nose, or other mucous membrane areas, bad taste and dryness in the mouth and throat, globus hystericus, which is a painful lump in the throat, a rising of the food or a hot liquid in the throat, belching or belly noises, nervous stomach, a sense of fullness in the upper abdomen, constipation or diarrhea, colitis, hemorrhoids, abnormal pelvic conditions in women, menstrual disorders, headache, vertigo, constricted feelings in the head or body, cold or numb hands and feet, cold knees, sensitivity to heat or cold or drafts of air, and many asthmatic conditions. Palpation of the abdomen often reveals misplaced viscera through the relaxed walls. Hard masses of intestinal contents may be often palpated. The liver is generally enlarged, and the stomach is often vertical or even lying on the bladder. Sinking of hepatic and splenic flexures is often noticed. The transverse colon may also lie on the bladder. Due to vasodilation of the splanchnic veins, blood gravitates into this area and causes congestion. Pressure upon the abdomen will cause an increase in portal hypertension. In the norm, the vasomotor mechanism is sufficient to prevent the blood gravitating into the splanchnic area. But in splanchnoptosis, this mechanism is exhausted due to diminished levels of serotonin. It can be likened to a pump with a leaky valve which continues to let the liquid flow back. Formation of bubbles in the gut depends on the deformation of the intestines, restricting the flow of fecal matter in the gastrointestinal tract. With abundant production of bacterial gases from bacterial colonies, gases are unable to diffuse rapidly out through the dense fecal material, and accumulation allows formation of bubbles, mainly of bacterial gases. If gas is visible on X-ray analysis, the pressure of the gas bubble must be higher than 14.7 pounds pressure per square inch. That is half the pressure of a car tire. Many healthcare practitioners claim the ileocecal valve is the cause of gastrointestinal issues, but very few of them recognize it only takes 1/4 to 2 pounds per square inch to hold the ileocecal valve open, allowing for fecal material to backwash from the colon into the small intestine. Now, it may seem like an insignificant amount of pressure, but I'd like you to take a guess at how much pressure is in an exercise ball. What do you think? The answer is 0.9 pounds per square inch. Think about this. You, me, and a couple of your friends could sit on this exercise ball, and it would pop before you can press the gas in it. The plastic the ball is made out of requires no glucose, oxygen, blood, or nerve supply to maintain it. Your gastrointestinal tract does. Gas from bacterial fermentation and other sources distends the intestines. These gas bubbles behave like air in a bottle, always rising to the highest area of the container. The constant distension of these areas depletes the neurotransmitters, causing an inability to have proper bowel movement. In this CT scan of the abdomen, you see the abnormal position of the large intestine. While lying on their back, you can see black spots, which are gas bubbles. And remember, what is the pressure of these gas bubbles? That's correct, 14.7 pounds per square inch. As the video starts at the belly button, the CT scan slices the body into cross-sectional images, revealing a large amount of gas in the ileocecal area, blowing open the ileocecal valve. In the upper right and left areas, the large intestine makes hairpin twisted turns with a lot of gas in the upper left segment. You may remember that in previous graphics, these areas should be gentle 90-degree turns. This video also shows the transverse colon lying on the bladder when it should be just under the stomach. In cases of splanchnotosis, the stomach, which is attached by ligaments to the other viscera in the abdomen, is dragged downward. In the previous segment and in these graphics, the stomach is in a vertical position. The stomach should be horizontal to provide a place to mix and mash the food before moving into the small intestine. When in this vertical position, the food passes rapidly through the stomach, depriving normal chemical digestive processes of the time needed to break down the food, resulting in not only maldigestion, but also in a failure to stimulate the next steps in the digestive chemistry, which are the release of the bile and pancreatic juices.